So I'm just going to make a quick video talking about the nerfs Shadow's getting on the reset this week. And for those of you who don't know, they are nerfing Psychic Link from 30% to 25%. They are nerfing Idol of Yogg-Saron by 35%, and they are buffing a lot of our single target damage by 10%. And unfortunately, so if we look at a rank 1 Rashlock log here, the Idol of Yogg-Saron's are around 10-ish% of our damage. So with current numbers, I'll flash them up on the screen here for you guys. This ends up being a 0.5% nerf on single target, a 4 to 6% nerf in sustained AoE, and a 2 to 4% overall loss in keys. I was honestly expecting a much heavier nerf to Shadow's AoE because, for those of you who know, Shadow is by far in a way the #1 go-to spec in the Mythic Plus, like through all roles. If you had to pick one class, you would most likely pick a Shadow Priest. Besides the fact that they also do like the #1 damage, they also bring things like Massive Spell, which is very strong in this season. They're incredibly tanky if played well. They bring a second PI, and there's a million other things you can list as well. So I was expecting a harder nerf, because even in Raid too, if we look at fights like, Amalgamation Chamber were pretty high, Forgotten Experiments were really high, Sarkareth were also very high. So I am pretty happy with the light tap on the wrist that we got. So, you're going to ask, like, is Shadow still going to be meta in Mythic Plus and Raid? And the answer is definitely yes. Like if we just look at the top runs here, you're going to be hard pressed to find a run that doesn't have a Shadow Priest in it. So I would not worry about, Shadow's viability in Mythic Plus being affected at all. Of course, it will be a slight damage nerf, obviously, but, that's not the sole reason why Shadow is good. 4% off of like the #1, and you're still probably going to be #1. So I wouldn't worry about that. The one thing that I am not really worried about, but I'm just kind of thinking about in my head, is that they wanted to nerf our AoE, and in turn they also nerfed our single target slightly. It's a very small nerf. However, this kind of just begs the question of, is it going to be hard in the future to balance Shadow's AoE and single target? Because we do our AoE by doing single target, and if they're unable to completely offset the nerfs in AoE, or sorry, offset the nerf in single target, I feel like there might be troubles that they run into in the future with current Shadow's design. But maybe that's a topic for another video. I don't want to fill up this video with like a 20-minute discussion talking about that. But yeah, in general, I wouldn't worry about it at all. Shadow's still going to be OP. And if you want to play, like if you're thinking about rerolling the Shadow, but you're kind of hesitant after the nerfs, I wouldn't really worry about it at all. However, if you're always just kind of chasing meta, if you're chasing meta, the class you're playing is probably going to be nerfed anyway, so kind of just keep that in mind. But yeah, like if you guys have any questions or anything, if you want to talk more about the nerfs, you can join my Discord, which I'll link in the description below. Also follow my Twitch. I'll link that down below as well. And I just want to thank you guys for watching the video, and peace.